Okay.
Hold it. Nope, it's facing you. Okay.
It's a comedy routine.
Yeah.
And all your Zeus.
Yeah.
Yes, we can. Oh,
So-
we can.
An African elephant's life expectancy in the wild is 36 years, which is a pretty reasonable amount of time. But an African elephant's life expectancy in the wild, or in captivity, is only 17 years. That's a little less than half of their life expectancy in the wild. And yet, people still choose to go see them in captivity when they're not living their full life. That's not quite fair. According to this, there is more deaths of African elephants in zoos than there are births. And it's that way for many other individuals that are in zoos and circuses and aquariums. Animals suffer a whole bunch of injustice in captivity. So today we're going to cover what they endure, how we can change it, and the benefits of changing it. Animals go through a number of things. First, it's very unnatural for them to be in captivity. Also, it is technically legalized animal abuse. And zoos do a lot of illicit and illegal behavior. It's an unnatural habitat for a number of reasons. They have smaller amounts of space and privacy than they're used to. These are some elephants that are in a roadside zoo. They are stuck in the size of about a dog kennel when they're used to having an entire field where they can roam. They have limited breeding options, which leads to a lot of inbred animals, and ultimately it leads to a lot of birth defects, causing a number of deaths. And they're not in their natural climate. It doesn't seem like a big ordeal, but it does cause animals to have side effects and have mental illnesses, and they have a lot of issues. According to PETA, a lot of animals in captivity, aka zoos, circuses, aquariums, they're physically abused. They're neglected, they're not given food, love, and attention, which all animals need, whether it be from their own family or by humans. Animals need that to live. But they're whipped and they have arthritis from just standing there and not being able to roam. Here's a picture of a tiger who has been starved. It's not very natural, but this is the real truth behind zoos. And they're not only physically abused, but they're mentally abused. According to Care 2 website, there's penguins in the Scarborough Sea Center who are literally on antidepressants because the penguins have tried to actually kill themselves. It sounds bizarre, but it's a real thing. And also, when PETA did an exam on a few of the public aquariums, they found out that 90% of the sea animals exhibited neurotic behavior, such as shaking their heads, swimming in circles, and that's bizarre. These animals are literally going crazy being stuck in captivity. Zoos not only keep animals hostage, but they also purchase them through poachers. According to Lady Freethinker, in 2006, 33 monkeys were purchased through illegal poachers and bought by zoos. And zoos are supposed to be around to protect animals and to help them reproduce and everything of the sort. But instead, in 2003, 11 African elephants were actually captured from the wild by poachers and sold to accredited zoos such as the San Diego Zoo and the Tampa Lowry Zoo. We can change their treatment by boycotting, petitioning, and educating others. Boycott. If we all boycott, then we can limit zoos' income. And it also gives the animals more privacy, so it's like they're being released back into the wild. And it'll ultimately lead to the shutdown of zoos, so animals are required to be released. If we petition, you can go online and find multiple petitions, which will be easy. All you gotta do is click a little box and say that you agree. You can write letters to the government, zoos, or other various organizations who will help send it out for you. And you can just write letters, emails to the government, asking them to change the regulations and how hard they judge government, or judge zoos, aquariums, and circuses. By educating others, they also learn how to fix these problems. So it's not just one fighting against zoos, we'll have many, which can help us fight against the abuse that animals endure. Some of the benefits that we can gain from shutting down zoos, aquariums, and circuses are, you can just imagine your world without your favorite animal. it wouldn't be as great. You'd miss out on a lot of happiness and opportunities and joy and all the cat videos you find on the internet. But now imagine a world that's thriving with animals, just wild animals here, there, everywhere. That's what our ecosystem needs to survive. But we can't have that if they're all put in zoos and getting killed and captured for no reason. So in conclusion, we need to shut down zoos, aquariums, and circuses. It causes unfair treatment to animals of all ages and sorts. You can find out more information about all this information on PETA.org. They have lots of great sources and sites and petitions that helps you really understand what these animals go through and their cruelty and unfairness. But finally, I would just like to say that we need to stand up and speak out for those who cannot, for those who do not have a voice. These animals can't do anything to help themselves, so we need to help them. Because after all, we'd rather see a world like this rather than this. Thank you.
Good job.